Hello everybody, my name is Tere and today I'm going to be doing a summer book haul, a collective book haul. I have all my books here on this box and I'm going to kind of divide them in different categories, I guess. Okay, so starting off with classics. The first one is 10 Days a Night by F. Scott Fitzgerald. I've never read a book by him, so hopefully I will like it. This book is based in the 1920s. I love the 1920s, and it's based in the French Riviera, so I'm excited to read this. Next one is Fiesta, The Sun Also Rises by Ernest Hemingway. I've read other books by Hemingway. I've read The Old Man and the Sea, and I saw that this one is based in Spain. It's based in the north of Spain, in Pamplona, doing the bullfighting like San Fermin. I'm against bullfighting or anything that has to do with torturing animals, and I hate that that's part of my culture. Yeah, this book is basically about Americans going to Spain. And the reason why I started reading Hemingway was because I read last summer the book The Paris Wife by Paula McLean, and that book basically talks about the first wife of Ernest Hemingway when they went to Spain together a lot of the times, and how much Hemingway loved the Spanish culture. And then another one by Hemingway is A Farewell to Arms. In case you didn't know, Hemingway actually was in World War I. He actually worked in Italy as an ambulance driver, so this book is kind of inspired by his time in Europe during the war. I like reading things about war and the 20th century, so hopefully I will like this one. The next one is by Sylvia Plath and it's The Bell Jar, and also I haven't read anything by Sylvia Plath. I'm trying to get more into classics because classics is the kind of things that I like more, so hopefully I will get more into classics. But Sylvia Plath, in case you didn't know, she had severe depression, and well, the way she died, you can pretty much tell she wasn't doing very well. This is the only novel she wrote. I want to read it. I'm pretty excited to read all of these 4 books. So now moving on to more contemporary books. The next one is by Lenny Taylor and this is Strange the Dreamer. I saw someone on BookTube talk about this book, so that's why I decided to read it. It's pretty long and thick. I'm pretty sure this is fantasy, and I don't usually read a lot of fantasy, but I think I'm going to like it. Then the next one is The Baltimore Boys by Joel Dicker, and this is the sequel for The Truth About the Harry Cabert Affair. And I never know what to say when I'm talking about books, but yeah, this is a sequel about that book. These books are pretty thick and long, but the first one I really liked the book and I was going to give it a 5-star, but the ending was pretty cliche for my taste, so I gave it 4 stars. It was more like 4.5 stars, but I really liked it, so I decided to pick the second book and hopefully I will like it as well. Then the next one is Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This book and The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo are so talked on the BookTube community. So between that one and this one, I thought this one was going to be more my taste because it talks about rock music between the 60s and 70s, and that's the kind of music I love and I listen to, and that's the kind of pop culture, I guess, reference I love to hear. But I'm also going to read The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, but next year probably, because I'm not going to buy more books this year, hopefully. Hopefully I won't buy more. Then the next one is Call Me By Your Name by Andre Aciman. I'm pretty sure he also directed the movie, but I saw the movie but I didn't see the ending of the movie because the entire aesthetic of the movie was so beautiful. It was a typical Mediterranean summer, and I'm also Mediterranean, so I really liked the entire aesthetic of the movie, but I tried to watch the movie twice and I fell asleep twice, so hopefully I will be able to read the book so I can know the ending of the story. The next one is Man Repeller by Leandra Medin. This one is basically about fashion. She's kind of like one of the OG fashion bloggers. So the next books are not in English, so that's why I decided to keep them at the end. This one is in French and it's by Victor Hugo and it's a poetry book. There's so many stores in Barcelona with second-hand books in Catalan, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, French, the typical Latin languages, and also in Latin. There are second-hand books and then there are like first edition books. And then these ones are in Spanish. The first one is Memorias de Adriano. This book is basically memories written by him. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is fiction, but I love the Roman Empire, like the entire history with Rome, Greece, Mesopotamia, Egypt as well. I mean, anything that has to do with the Mediterranean. The next one is Los Medici. So this is the first one. It's a saga of 4 books and it's written by Matteo Struccul. And I love the Medici, like the entire history about the Medici. I find it so fascinating and I watched the TV series they did. They only have 2 seasons. The first one is for Cosimo and the second one is for Lorenzo de Medici. And then the last one is La Mujer de mi Marido by Jane Corrie. I'm pretty sure the author is British. I think it's going to be a typical thriller that's going to be so easy to read during the summertime, so that's great. And those are all the books that I got in this summer haul. As you can probably tell, I'm still kind of weird in front of the camera and I keep looking at the viewfinder, but that's all for today. That's the video. Okay, bye.